Great news, because Ubisoft has something planned for legacy outfits in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Marc-Antoine, the lead system designer, confirmed to me in a recent interview. So let's talk about that and way more info I learned, including about potential arena content, repeatable raids or bosses, and where they are at in development right now, looking at that previous Ubisoft Forward demo. So a like on the video would really help the channel out, and let's go. But before we get into it, I want to highlight the sponsor of this video, Raycon, the earbuds that I've now been using to listen to my favorite gaming podcast, like the Kinda Funny Games Daily. I also recommend the Easy Allies podcast, and a shameless self-plug, the weekly Assassin's Creed Valhalla podcast. You totally want to listen, trust me. It's really good, and it's even better with the Raycon earbuds that are really affordable, like half the price of other premium earbuds. They're really small, easily fit into your pocket as well. As you can see, I got the blue ones, but there are way more colors to choose from, and the everyday E25 model is the best version yet, with 6 hours of playtime, more bass, something that is really noticeable, and just overall great affordable earbuds. And Raycon now got a special offer for everyone watching this video. If you go to buyraycon.com/raptor, they get 15% off your next order, and you find a link to that in the video description as well. Thanks to Raycon for sponsoring the video, really helps me improve the channel. For now, let's go back to that Valhalla info. Let's start with those legacy outfits, one of the most requested features in an AC game, I feel. I mean, how awesome is it to run around in the outfit from Ezio, Altair, or maybe even Edward in a brand new game? And seems like we can expect something for that, according to Marc-Antoine, the lead system designer on AZ Valhalla. Another thing that I know a lot of people also, Assassin's Creed fans, want, like talking about armor, are legacy outfits. Is that something you guys have?
So same thing, I'm not sure I can talk about, like, yes, we have some stuff planned for that, yes.
Oh, awesome. So he doesn't want to share a lot of details yet, but at least we know they are planning something. I'm not 100% sure that this means that we're indeed getting outfits though, although otherwise he might have said that, right? Because in Odyssey, the answer to legacy content was lieutenants for on our ship, and that we could summon with the Call to Arms ability. And totally let me know in the comments down below if you actually use this, because I obviously recorded some footage for a video highlighting the new character they added, but after that I never really summoned these lieutenants to help me out in combat. In Valhalla it would be different, of course, if instead of giving us legacy outfits we get like Ezio in our raiding party, then that would be pretty awesome, because then he would always be on our ship and also by our side when we decide to raid one of the monasteries along the shore. Good to know though is that a crew menu like we saw in Odyssey will not be in Valhalla, because in Valhalla it is linked to our settlement. There we decide who's coming with us on our next adventure. In my play session at the end of the story arc, Vinir, who helped us along the way, joined as a crew member, and then I can assign him to my raiding party when I reach the home base again. But what if you then in that menu also have Eevee or other assassins as Jump Vikings, as they are called? That would be pretty awesome. I still hope though that they also give us the actual legacy outfits. And then earlier than we saw in Odyssey with that Ezio outfit that we got a year and a half after launch. Like Ubisoft knows it is something we want, because they used it to lure people towards a free weekend for the game. So fingers crossed that we will get the same amount or more legacy outfits compared to Origins. And in Origins, my favorite activity and overall one of the most well done things in the game in my opinion were the 2 arenas with super unique bosses that really fought like no other enemy in the game, and it made sense that Origins had these massive colosseums looking at the setting. This wasn't really a thing in ancient Greece, but we still got an arena in the corner of the map in Odyssey with a cool quest. Well, I asked if we should expect something similar in Valhalla.
There's a lot of setup that are more like duels, but they are not like an activity per se that you can repeat. It's more something that's gonna happen in the quest or through the exploration in the world. where you kind of get this feeling, you know, of an arena and people watching and stuff like that. But we try, you know, duel was something quite very important in the Viking culture. So we try to go more with that framework where, you know, you're fighting for it's a way to resolve a conflict. So it's something that you're gonna see, but you're not gonna see it as a separated activity that you can repeat.
So that is pretty sad. We should not expect like an arena mode or likely something where we fight waves of enemies. Hopefully they maybe add it post-launch. The closer we get to that arena crowd feel though is a duel that we saw briefly in that gameplay overview trailer with Eivor fighting Kjotvi the Cruel, and I hope I pronounced it right, with other people watching the fight. So what will we be doing during the end game? It's really something that Ubisoft doesn't want to talk about yet. This is what Marc-Antoine had to say when I asked him about repeatable content.
So I don't think I can speak about it. I wanna I think we're not talking about the plan. Like overall, I'll say you can expect some stuff that are repeatable, and it's plan of post-launch plan. I won't go into the details, but you can of course expect.
That's good to hear. From Origins to Odyssey, Ubisoft really learned that we want things to do after we finish the main campaign. Odyssey had unlimited mercenaries and conquest battles, so curious what it will be for Valhalla. Will like the locations that we've raided be taken over again by the enemies, so we have to retake it? Something like that would be awesome. Can't wait to learn more about it. And as you might know, the post-launch content trailer for these games is always one of the most exciting things, and these plans get bigger each time if we also compare Origins to Odyssey, for example. So Valhalla should get even more. What Marc-Antoine could talk about though was the current state of the demo that we saw at Ubisoft Forward, because there were quite a lot of animation issues and just some other work in progress things, of course. So I asked how far along the demo was and what they are currently working on to hit that November 17th date. Can you tell me a little bit where you guys are in the development right now and how far along was the demo that we got to play here?
I think it was like, you know, everything is coming together in the last months. You had a good, like what you saw was really, I think, a representative experience in terms of structure, content, in terms of what we want to bring, narratively, like this Viking experience, how we want to treat it. That being said, I feel like right now we're full steam in terms of polish and debug. So, and this makes a huge difference, and that's why I feel like you always see this difference between history and the final game, because like all those nice little touch we had at the end is really something that you can feel. So we're deeply into that. Like we're looking at all our content, playing it again, making sure that we can have like, you know, the nice balance here, the nice little details, and that's where in the end, like I hope it's gonna bring all that together to really like the next level, you know.
There was totally quite a lot of work that still had to be done, but it was mostly polish to make sure that everything works great. And we know that Ubisoft, just like other developers, lost weeks or maybe a month of productivity thanks to working from home, and that's likely why we're seeing Valhalla in mid-November instead of the regular October month. The next playable version that we will likely see around the second Ubisoft Forward event in September is going to be very telling to see the improvements compared to July, but I have faith, and when we know more, I'll of course report it here on the channel. So totally subscribe for everything on Assassin's Creed Valhalla if you haven't already. A like on the video would really help me out, and totally check out my previous video on many hidden secrets you can find in the game. For now though, I will speak to you next time, and goodbye.